Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 2. Hot dogs and a hot mic. So we start off where we left off. Is Drew dating Dennis? So Shamia's birthday party. They up in her little extra little lounge room. Remember I told you I had to get on the elevator to go up to go get to it, right? And I'm like, dang, y'all done left the party. I don't know how long they left the party for this, right? Because all these people just waiting downstairs while the birthday girl's actually upstairs filming. Okay, we could do that. But yeah, so Drew and Dennis dating. Basically, some rumor went around where they were like wearing matching outfits at the club. Okay, hanging out. So yeah, what's going on? Portia says, well, Dennis, he did call me like last minute to invite me to the party, to go to Drew's birthday party. But she had already took her face off and stuff after she had just got home with Pilar or something like that. So she wasn't going out the house after that, right? Um, but long story short, she don't care about what they got going on, okay? So Drew's like, okay, well, can I kind of explain on what's right? Can I explain some stuff on my end? Basically, somewhere along the way, she opened up for Tamar somewhere, probably at the city winery. Um, and I guess some Dennis just so happened to be there, maybe friends with some people that was on Tamar's team, and she does music. He just so happens to do music all of a sudden now, and with those connections that they made or whatever, it's it's like it was an offer that she couldn't refuse. So that's what her and business or her and Dennis made some type of business agreement partnership to do this music. She's the artist, he's the producer, I'm guessing, or he's the manager, or he's something. And that's all they're doing, just making music. um he has been a godsend to her, been helping her through the divorce with Ralph. He's actually friends with Ralph. So, this and that. And she thought Portia gave her blessing. So for her, I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah, she even brings up that Dennis made a song for Pilar and Portia that she wanted Drew to sing, which, okay, I don't know. Like, so he writes music? Is that what it is? Because I'm still confused. I'm like, is he a producer? Like, what is it? So he must write music, produce, manage. I don't know. So while Drew is trying to explain this, Portia just kind of giving her the whatever, girl. You a low down dirty dog is what you is. And everybody's like, huh? What? Where did this come from out the blue? Like, what happened? What happened? And she goes on to say that, okay, so what she really mad is about that, because she's like, can I break the fourth wall? Producer. So basically, one of the producers done told Portia that Drew was trying to film with Dennis on the show. So she's not mad that they're hooking up to make music or hooking up to love each other or whatever. It's that you want to film with my baby daddy, like like your own personal scenes together. So that's what it is. So of course everybody is just like, what? I don't get it. This and this and that, and including me, because I'm like, this it doesn't make sense, right? But later I got it, which I will get to that in a minute. But so we skip you over that. We go back to the party, and this is the big grand finale where, hey, y'all, my friends, y'all love me. Thanks for coming. And last but not least, we all jump into the pool and have big foam party, wooty wooty boo. And I was like, ooh, this is giving Diddy vibes, okay? White party foam. Girl. Angela Oakley. Like, I could not forget her name for the life of me. I had to Google it because I'm like, dang, I could not catch her name for something. But either way, Angela is one of the new ladies. She's married to Charles Oakley. Not like I said, I'm not like I know basketball players, like I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot. And yeah, I didn't know him. But she was acting like he was like, I mean, he's somebody. He just wasn't somebody for me. But they are at their house. I think they have like two grown kids or something like that. Just kicking the bobos. And I think she was just going over Shamia's party, talking about Drew and Portia's drama. And Charles was just kind of in the background, just listening in. And for him, he like, girl, I don't care about that stuff. Like, who cares about people hanging out with this ex and that ex? Because, girl, you was hanging out with your ex, wasn't you? And she like, girl, I was. Oh, yeah, you right. I remember that. He like, yeah, see, people be doing all types of this and that and whoop-de-whoop, and it wasn't nothing for you and all this stuff and us. So, that was kind of cool just to kind of get their little dynamics of how their relationship works. They've been together for, I missed the number of years, but it's been a long time. And listen, I forgot her job title as well, but listen, she makes her good coin. So they living well, living swell. Kenya and Portia, they go and talk, which, long time coming, right? Because we all know that by Ashley, like it's been a long time for them. Let's say they really never wasn't really cool, because remember, they was just getting to know each other. And when she slipped up and called her Miss USA instead of, Miss America instead of Miss USA, yeah, that's where it kind of went. But listen, they don't grew up. They don't had these babies. Look, had the babies about the same time, things like that. So, look, babies and relationship problems about the same time. So these ladies have grown to like, listen, we kind of do like each other a little bit, and I think we can hang out with each other a little bit. So it's cool to see them cool and get together. They go around, talking about their relationships and how it's going with her and Simon. It's a lot, okay? She explains the Dennis thing, okay? Because filming her and Dennis at this point are good. Like a good relationship to where they not fighting each other and they just co-parenting good, okay? So with him filming with Drew separately, let's say he get mad at her, he can go on there and say, F this girl, F Portia, she ain't this, and she did this, and wooty wooty wabba wooty wop. Okay? So that's, like, I don't want them problems because we cool now. And I don't want him to go on TV to say some stuff and make me look like I'm crazy and things like that. And then we going back and forth, and then now our family is destroyed. Plus, I got this Simon stuff on me because I got to get rid of him. I don't learned that this man is the biggest fraud known to man. Like the scammer of all scams. She don't learn that she's the fifth wife actually. So Fallon was number 4, you number 5. So where was the mystery lady? Might have been number 3, and then 1, 2 somewhere else. I don't know. She's finding out about all these financial things that he had wrong. So it's just a lot that she got to deal with, right? And it's weird because she's trying to say how I guess she must have really trusted and loved Simon so much, for him to just flip around the way he did, to have, like women in the house, and just doing things that was just untrustworthy, So it's a lot that she got to handle, right? And of course, Kenya is there for support because she done been through a couple things with Mark. It ain't as extreme because, who girl. Portia, I don't think she's gonna get nothing out of this in the end. But she shouldn't have jumped into listen, I don't know why she married that man like that. That's kind of the question I think everybody wants to ask her. It really will be like, why did you marry that man? Kelly and her restaurant. So Mrs. Chicken and Waffles, I can't remember the name, but it's Chicken and Waffles, right? She is opening up a new restaurant in a new location. We learned that her ex-husband took the last location and closed it down. So that's why she has to rebuild and do something else. she's not saying his name or nothing, so I'm trying to think that maybe he got her under an NDA type contract, something to that nature, like what Michael Darby was trying to do for Ashley, where he didn't want her, don't say my name and all this stuff on the TV show, cause he mad that he look, cause he mad that he was on here acting up. But either way, I need to know. Like I said, right, I need to know who is this ex and why is he taking all this stuff away from her. But she rebuilding, and hopefully things go well for her. Brittany and Mike. So Brittany is the insurance lady. Yes, she met Mike while working doing insurance. He was a client. Um, we do know that they are looking for a new home to purchase. They want to expand their family, have children, things of that nature. So they do need a bigger space. And plus, if they do gonna have these kids, they gonna need mama to come move in, which is cool. He all for it. This is our first time meeting the new people like this. So we got to meet their husbands as well. Um, him versus Charles, I will say he's a little bit more on the quiet side a little bit. I'm not sure if it's, a little camera shy, it might take him a little minute to open up. Um, so we'll see. I'll say he's a little bit on the quiet side, so we're not too sure on his personality just yet. Her personality though is I wouldn't say a lot, but I can see where her and Kenya are clashing, because she's not a quiet lady. Um, and Kenya's not a quiet lady. Her voice is going to be a bit annoying for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit nasally up in there. Um, yeah, she talks like Kelly and Angela should sound, if you catch my drift, because they noses. Shouts out to Alexander Rogers because he said a '90s nose. Yes, it's very 1996, 7, because maybe six for Angela, 99 for Kelly. Look, maybe 95 for Angela, I'm just saying. Shamia and her surrogate. And I was looking at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks so familiar, because she was Candy's surrogate for Blaze, which is cool. They are meeting because Shamia needs a new surrogate. This lady, which I forget her name, sorry, when she was pregnant with Shamia's baby, she found out she had breast cancer, okay? So that's why she cannot continue to breed for people. I know that sounds really crazy, but she's a breeder. Um, and she's going to help Shamia find some new people, obviously, because, this is her wheelhouse. But they both share this, ugh, it's a bit sad and things, and I hope it wasn't my fault, or it is my fault. Blame here, blame there, no blame, no blame. I'm sorry, I love you, things of that nature, because Shamia's baby experienced some complications, and it's on both of their minds as to, right, was it my fault? Was it the illness? Was it this? Was it the that happened? But either way, all is good, and she's still hopeful for the future. She still has these embryos, frozen, and they're going to expand. She's going to figure it out, and they're, get some more babies. I think she wants these boys because she got 2 girls, so most likely she wants these boys. Brittany and Kelly. So they meet up. Brittany is trying to plan a like actual wedding ceremony, because when her and Mike got married, it was during COVID, and it was kind of over the Zoom, so it wasn't nothing where they can invite people, friends and family like that. So that's what she wants to do, for the family and friends, which would be something cool. While she's doing that, they talk about the Portia and Drew drama. Of course, everybody's going re-through in it, because it's like, they understand that okay, Drew is looking, you look crazy right now. And then they understand Portia, like, okay, obviously I'm, that's your baby daddy, like, girl, the territory part. They're just not understanding the filming aspect of it, right? Okay. So, Brittany, like I said, she brings up the shade that she got from Kenya. Okay, so like I said, this is where it started. Y'all started off with the ring. Started off with the ring, and she just trying to say like, yeah, did you catch the way she was trying to talk about my ring? Like I had like did I have two husbands and all this stuff and whoop de whoop de whoop, and of course cause like yeah I saw yeah I heard a little bit of it and she's a nice girl and things like that and I just don't, we don't know her just yet. So we'll get to, we'll see. And of course, Brittany, yeah, like, listen, I'm not nobody to back down, okay, obviously. So, I might look like a mean girl, or I'm stuck up, but I'm really cool and this and that. And let's look until I don't have to be, okay? So, okay, like I said, I'm looking at her and things like that. So, like I'm saying, I can see where her and Kenya can clash. I can see it. I see it. It's the strongness of the two. And there's something that's yeah. We'll get to the real mix up later because it's really not about the rings. Okay, it's not. Kelly goes on to explain her relationship a little bit better between her ex-husband. Like I said, we don't have a name or a face, so it's really for her to be bringing this up. It's cool because we got to get to know her and get to know where she's been and where she's going and things like that. But this name the face, I don't want to have to keep hearing about XX boo 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 without a name to the face. But we learned that, and especially he ain't no good. I need to know who this ain't no good is. Okay. I need to know who this ain't no good is so we can spread it around to people so they can know to avoid his ass because he be stealing, cheating, stealing, all this type of stuff, right? Toxic. So she had to literally break free. Well, I wouldn't say break free, but when she got out of that relationship, I'm sure that's exactly how I felt because it ended up being really, really toxic to where they was calling the police on each other. Okay. So at this point, she just, yeah, happy to move on. And hopefully this man can stop taking stuff from her because that's what she has to rebuild this restaurant and things like that. He stole at least $500,000 out the company and she filed a lawsuit to try to get the money back. So it's a battle. Okay, so this is where Angela and Shamia don't mix. Okay, so Drew invites them to work out with her, but Angela shows up first. So while she's talking to Angela, this is where Angela asks her about Dennis. Obviously, like what is you doing with Dennis? Okay, because nobody's really like asking, like, yeah, what is you doing with Dennis? What's the whole point? And she's trying to explain that. Listen, he was like a big brother figure to her. He was Ralph's friend and things, but while they're going through their problems before the divorce actually happened, he was trying to be there to support, give advice to both of them, things like that. But when it comes to her music career, as we all know, she's not like, she's not like a big star or nothing when it comes to music. And she has all these no's and ups and downs when it comes to the labels and, people trying to work with her managers and stuff. But for some reason, Dennis just knows what he's doing, or he just telling her the right things where it just sounds so good that she just can't resist it. Like it's weird, but she got emotional about it because, like I said, with Ralph being involved, so to speak, she's going through a lot because she's still trying to divorce the man living in her basement. Probably, like, I can only imagine. Like, I just can't. I don't even know why he there in the basement. Why don't you just go and get a dang apartment, dude? It don't make no sense. But either way, for some reason, Dennis is kind of like that mediator medium. So that's where that weird attachment is coming to, right? So we actually find out as well that Ralph is trying to get alimony from her instead of her getting it from him, and that he's been possibly stealing. Yeah, I'm not sure, like straight from her bank account, but just there taking monies that just belong to her for his own benefits. So, yeah, Ralph, I don't know. Mm, he's not looking too good. I kind of hope we get him on camera at least one time, please. I hope y'all catch him coming up them stairs just one time for the mind. It's please, cameraman, catch him. And hopefully, like in his robe and underwear, so we can embarrass his butt. So Shamia jumps into this conversation a little bit later here because she shows up a little bit late, but she's coming to Portia's defense, okay? Because Portia's my best friend, so I kind of know how she feeling about this with Dennis, obviously, because we talk, right? So girl code wise, it just is wrong, right? But if you're saying that it's okay, but why is she saying that it's not okay? So that is a disconnect that somewhere Drew is missing, because for her, Portia, it was okay. She said she didn't care and this and this and that, and she gave me my blessing. But Portia, like, no, I didn't. That's not what I said, and this is not, that's not what I wanted. So while Shamia is trying to we'll say she's trying to be Portia's mouthpiece right now, because Portia's not here, but y'all talking about her, right? But since I'm her friend, I'm not gonna let y'all talk about her, so I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna be her for right now. So Angela is the one that's kind of rebuttaling this to say, like, no, 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 girl, because this and this and that. And they can't really, they're not getting a word out to each other. They literally talking over each other like this. And Drew is kind of like I kind of arguing over Drew at this point about, like we kind of need a Portia here in this. But either way, they're looking at Shamia as if she's the lapdog, because you don't need to be over here explaining stuff about her when we're asking Drew here right now on her side. Pretty much is how Angela's seeing it. So we can leave all the other stuff later when we get back to Portia. So for you, you don't need to be jumping hype all getting mad at me when I was just asking her some questions, this and this and that. So of course she's mad at this point. She's a little heated, and she just wanted to say, okay, well, listen, instead of just arguing with y'all, I'm just gonna leave because I'm not gonna be in it. That's my friend. I'm trying to just defend her here, and since I can't defend her and get my little 2 cents out to y'all, then I'm just gonna leave. And that's just what she does. And of course Angela's like, ugh, whatever. So this is where they disconnect can come through, and I did see in the previews, yeah, she gonna hit her with the nose, because yes, you girl, I don't know what you was thinking. I mean, we know what you was thinking, but it went a little bit too far. Maybe it's like it was like a third, because when it looked like that, it got to be like number 2 or number 3. It's not number 1, because we all know how. Like, let's think about Nene. The 1 was fine, then she went down to like a 2, and the possible 3 from the last weird makeup job that she had, but we know she definitely had a 2. So we're going to end the episode with the hot mic moment, because remember the title was Hot Dogs and Hot Mic. The hot dogs was Dennis, because he the hot dog man, right? The hot mic is Portia, and I mean, it wasn't that hot, to be honest. It was it was them having a play date, okay, for the daughter. They got out with hanging out with Pilar, things of that nature. When they go to talk alone, Portia tells her, or Dennis, tells him that, yeah, you hanging out with Drew, that was all cool and fine and dandy. I'm just mad that you decided to film with her alone without, talking to me about it first, like that, right? So for him, he like, man, me and Drew ain't doing nothing. I ain't sleeping with her, nothing like that. Me and Ralph, Ralph, that's my boy, this and that. They going through divorce, so I'm being Ralph's friend, but then I'm helping her with the music on the side, and this will help me. I just want to do the film to help with the promotion part. It helps get us out there, get my face out there, help promote the business, right? Okay. Yeah, that's all cool and dandy. You can promote other ways, right? So at this moment, because they're in the it was like a little gymnasium kids play thing, right? So we can't argue in front of the kids. So she just gets up and walks away, okay, to try to calm herself down. Cry to the producers on the side, like, oh, he just don't get it, this and that. And so this is where it clicked in for me, because Simon, as we all know, is all over the internet every month, pretty much this whole past year. He's been saying something about her or about their marriage or whatever that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the part that is triggering for her, because I got Simon blasting me every 5 minutes on the internet about what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. So then I got you, baby daddy, you want to get on here and you gonna blast me too? Like, that's what she thinking. Even though that's not what he trying to do, but that's what she thinking. And it's just it's just overwhelming. Like, I don't know. It's a real trigger for her, because she's crying. Like, she's literally crying. Like, it's like it's PTSD. Simon is giving her PTSD, unfortunately. She don't need to get some therapy after this. For real, for real, for real. But either way, they get in the car, and as they're leaving is when this is the hot mic moment, because she's yelling. Well, I wouldn't say yelling at him, but she's yelling at him to try to tell him, like, listen, you can do what you want to, but the whole point is it's going to all come back on me. It's going to come back on your daughter. So pick and choose what you want to do, and then I'm going to move after that and see how we're going to go from there. So that's pretty much all that hot mic meant. It was just her yelling at him to try to tell him, listen, you choose now. You gonna mess around over there with Drew and think you be doing something, and when you do that, I'm gonna shut you down. So is that the way you want to do this? Is we gonna play like this? Is we not? It is, so he got a choice to make. If he's making music, I don't know. He could pick any other people that he want to make music with, right? It doesn't have to be Drew. Just like Drew, you can make music with all these other people. It don't gotta be Dennis. So we'll see. They probably won't be friends in the end, just because a lot of egos and pride and stuff is about to get burned. And yeah, I can't wait to get back to this. It's gonna be Shamia versus Angela, Kenya versus Brittany. And I feel like Kelly might go against somebody, but I'm just not too sure with who just yet. Would it be Kelly versus Portia? Drew versus Portia? So yeah, something of that nature. So we'll get to it. This was just a little episode, number 2. It's only number 2. We got a whole bunch to go. See y'all for the next show.